The showdown in Texas between Republicans and Democrats is going into overtime. State GOP members are expected to reconvene later today at the state capitol in an effort to move forward on their redistricting plan. Democrats that fled the state to block the attempt are now facing warrants for their return. Scripps News Deputy Political Director Joe St. George joins us now live from Capitol Hill. Good morning, Joe. All right, where are we today, and what do we expect might happen?
Well, things escalated a bit, didn't they, in the last 24 hours?
Yeah.
We'll see if it escalates even further today. The big threat is coming from Governor Abbott to remove and just declare these seats that occupied by Democrats that have fled Texas and declare them vacant. That would set up a major clash in the courts. We don't quite know where that will go. The governor cites an attorney general opinion in potentially being able to do this, but that's just an AG opinion. That's not a court opinion. It's not binding. So that's the one big storyline we're waiting on this Tuesday. Are these arrest warrants? Are we going to see Texas Rangers on the streets of Chicago? No. As the Texas Tribune reports, these are only within the confines of the state of Texas. So if a Texas Democrat has fled the state and they re-enter Texas, this is when their arrest would be a potential part of the story. But as long as they're in Illinois and New York, no action is expected. Of course, President Trump could potentially try and get involved here, make this a federal issue. For now, this is squarely a state issue, with the state of Texas now battling Illinois, battling New York, battling California, all these Democratic governors attempting to fight fire with fire, if you will. But, Holly, this is the easy part for Democrats. You know, they're in the national spotlight right now. This is our lead story this morning on Morning Rush. Democrats, State House Democrats, are doing Instagram Lives with Pete Buttigieg, right? I mean, this is the easy part. They're only a few days in. What happens 20 days from now, 30 days from now, 40 days from now, when you're not in the national news as much? The news has a way of moving on, let's face it. Not to mention what happens when you're starting to miss kids' birthdays or your partner's birthday, right? I mean, it gets harder the longer this goes on, and Governor Abbott and Republicans in Austin know this, so they're walking a fine line as well. But for now, it is a full-on battle between Texas Republicans and Democrats in Texas. Both are drawing their lines in the sand. Take a listen.
Let me assure you of this. While our work may be delayed, whether it's tomorrow or next week, the House will complete its required duties.
They talk a lot of noise, but these guys are weak. That's why they're over here trying to bully people. Bullies are always weak. The difference is they expect Democrats to kind of be the nice guys that we are. They expect us to take the punch and say thank you. Well, I am here to tell you, not only are we going to punch back, but we're about to beat you down.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is a real interesting emerging storyline here. You know, for years, former First Lady Michelle Obama's "when they go low, we go high" mantra really dominated a lot of conversations nationally among Democrats here in Washington and around the country. Now it's this sense, what the Congresswoman was saying there: fight fire with fire, fight back. And what we're seeing, and that play out not just with Illinois governors and the governor of New York, really rescuing these exiled Democrats fleeing Texas, but we're also seeing action in California, because it is in the state of California that Governor Gavin Newsom appears to be one step closer to greenlighting a redistricting plan that would favor Democrats to counter what Texas is trying to do there. Maybe a little bit different in the end in California. It may require a vote of the entire state, just given the laws in California. The governor may not be able to move this through the legislature, so this may be something that becomes a statewide issue in California in a special election this November. The Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, has entered the conversation, saying, according to Politico, that he would campaign against such a measure. Schwarzenegger, the former Republican governor of California. And Punchbowl News this morning, which covers Capitol Hill, reports that Vice President Vance is mulling a potential trip to Indiana to explore the possibility of a redistricting fight there. So the can of worms has been opened here, right? Texas doing one thing to try and get Republicans a few more seats after next year's midterms. California appears to be countering. Who knows how many states we could be talking about this by year's end, Holly.